Kevin Durant injured, Kyrie possibly done in Boston, what the future looks like now for the Celtics in Golden State, plus no deal in LA, what the Lakers are going to do with no head coach. And 3 big names means 3 big contracts. What happens with Dak, Zeke, and Amari?
Sports Center, coast to coast. It's where you come when you want the most. Yeah. Every city, every state and time. Get ready, we about to break it down.
It is what it is.
I hate that statement. It is what it is. It means nothing. Nothing. Welcome to it. David and Carrie in our respective corners of the country. So, Carrie, last night's outcome begs the question. Would you rather be up 3-2 but not have KD, or down 3-2 and have him?
Dave, that's a really great question, David. I don't even know. At the end of the day, I'd rather have him. That's a guaranteed 35 points, right? Is it not?
I mean, you would think it's good news for the Golden State to win last night, but tough loss, too.
Tough loss. All right, I digress. Let's get to it, David, shall we? There was a game last night. That's what we're talking about. Game 5, semifinals, Rockets-Warriors. What does it look like? We see KD looking good there. James Harden still has a red eye. That was a wink for you, David. Scary moment late in the third. That's what we're picking it up at, guys. So, David, you watch this play, and you see him grab his calf, and what do you think?
So you immediately think Achilles, and we're going to find out, I guess, in an MRI today what it is, but hopefully it's just a calf strain.
Right, so they take him to the locker room. Here we are midway through the fourth. Warriors only have a lead by 1, and then we got Steph stepping up, right? You're not there, KD. I can do it. That's over Capella. You saw that. A couple of minutes later, Golden State remains ahead, just by 2 this time. Now, Draymond Green, who told him to do that?
Draymond back shooting threes.
Right? You're like, oh, I'm feeling it. I'm
like
feeling myself right now. Like the old days. And just so you know, Harden had not taken a shot since 8:58 left in the fourth. So he was like, it's my turn. It's my turn. And there I am with an easy 2. He finished with 31 points, David. At this time, I'm stressed. I don't know about you, but I'm stressed when I watch these games. Yeah. So as you guys can see, David is not stressed. He's cool.
That's because I was asleep
there
at
with
this
an easy 2. You're in bed, huh? Well, here's the deal. Right here, he clearly steps out. Wait for that. Wait till we get from the front office, David. What are the refs going to say? That play didn't count, did it?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. The
2-minute
report will let us know. All right. Meanwhile, Warriors going to win 104-99. Think game 5. But let's just talk about without KD. The Warriors could be in trouble if KD can't come back and finish the series. Look at this. This postseason, Golden State has outscored their opponents by almost 80 points when Durant is on the floor, but have been outscored by 14 when he's on the bench. We'll see if his teammates, those guys we call the Splash Brothers, can pick up that slack. Stephen A. Smith joining us now here on Coast to Coast. Stephen A., I've been watching you all morning long. The big story as we go on the air is, when will Kevin Durant play again? He's expected, as David just talked about, to get an MRI today. According to Steve Kerr, he's unlikely to play in Game 6 on Friday. What are the Warriors' chances to close out this series if Kevin Durant is not ready to go?
To me, it should be slim to none. And if it isn't slim to none, it's an indictment against James Harden and Chris Paul. 2 individuals we respect. James Harden is my league MVP for the 2nd consecutive year. That's how great I feel he has been and he is. And CP3 is one of the brilliant point guards of this generation. You and everybody else have been saying all year long that it may have been a different outcome last year if CP3 had not gone down in Game 5 of the NBA Western Conference Finals. And as a result, the Golden State Warriors ended up winning that series. Well, fast forward to this year. You overcome an 0-2 deficit. You tie the series 2-2. You're down 20 points in Game 5, rather. You come back, take the lead. This is before KD's injury now. And then ultimately KD goes down and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson beat you. Now, obviously, they're the greatest shooting backcourt that we've ever seen. Steph Curry's a 2-time league MVP. Klay Thompson's one of the top 5 shooters of all time. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter I have ever seen in my life. But the Golden State Warriors are devoid of depth. They don't have a lot of depth. A lot of stuff is dependent and contingent on their starters. Boogie Cousins is going down. Now Kevin Durant has gone down. Andrew Bogut hasn't played much in this series. Kevin Looney gave you good minutes, but you don't know if you can rely upon him. Sean Livingston is older. Iguodala is pushing it, and he's contributing mightily, but he's older. You don't have depth, and the Houston Rockets have what they have, except this time they're healthy. I give the Warriors a slim to none chance unless CP3 and James Harden don't show up. They had better show up. I want to say this, Kerry. They have never been under more pressure in their careers than they are for Game 6 and Game 7. Never in their careers have they been under the kind of pressure that they are under right now. There is no excuse for the Houston Rockets to lose this series if Kevin Durant can't show up. And I don't think he's coming back. I think everybody knows he's probably not coming back for this series.
All right, Stephen A says slim to none in terms of chances. Vegas has the Warriors as a 7.5-point underdog if KD does not play. Meanwhile, other big story, Stephen A, let's talk about it. Last night, Ty Lue turned down the Lakers' offer to be their head coach. With the team in a bit of shambles, in your opinion, talk to me about how you feel this will impact the Lakers' relationship with LeBron down the road.
Well, if LeBron James mans up and takes control of the reins, it should have a profound effect because it should force LeBron James to pick up the phone, assuming he hasn't already. It should force him to pick up the phone, call Jeannie Buss, and say, sign Ty Lue to that 5-year contract. Otherwise, I'm going to come out publicly and demand to be traded. That's what it should force him to do. This supposedly is the coach LeBron James wanted. This is definitely the coach that won 60% of his games, 67% of his postseason games, went to 3 straight NBA Finals as a head coach, and delivered the championship as a head coach. You didn't offer him a 5-year deal. You offered him a 3-year deal at $6 million per. But Derek Fisher got a 5-year deal from the Knicks, and Monty Williams got a 5-year deal from Phoenix, and Steve Clifford got a 5-year deal, and David Fizdale got a 5-year deal. There is no excuse for the Lakers, particularly when you're going up against Steve Ballmer and the Clippers, to penny pinch. No excuse for it whatsoever. So if I'm LeBron James, who supposedly is out there recruiting guys like Kawhi and others to try to get them to come to L.A. this summer, I'm doing all of this, and you can't make sure that I have the coach that I want, you better fix that, make amends with that situation, or I'm going to demand to get the hell up out of here. That's what LeBron James needs to do. We'll see if he does it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Coming up, we got more on the Lakers and what they do next. Stephen A. Smith, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Ty Lue out of the running. Who is the new top candidate to lead LeBron? Woj, our Adrian Wojnarowski, will join us with what's going on in L.A. David Lloyd, I'm sure that you are not happy about what's happening with my favorite franchise.
Oh, a lot of hand-wringing here for your Lakers. Really concerned. Meanwhile, the Celtics, a lot of concern for this team. They quietly check out of the postseason without much of a whimper. Game 5 last night in Milwaukee. Kyrie, 43 missed field goals in his last 3 games, most in a playoff career. And then he would miss 15 more last night. If this is goodbye for Kyrie, a dismal end to his time in Boston. Could not find the range all night. 5 for 16 in the first half. Didn't record a single assist. Meanwhile, Giannis did, an underrated passer to the casual fan, but not to a coach. Here's Brad Stevens on that.
If all he did was lower his head and drive to the rim, you'd be able to sink in, help, take charges. It wouldn't feel good in the morning, but you'd do it. But his passing is just really good.
Giannis finding guys. Ersan Ilyasova back there behind the arc for 3. Then in transition, Giannis not looking to George Hill for 3. And then he tracks a double team, so he's got Pat Connaughton inside. Nicely done. Giannis assisted on 17 points in the first half by himself. The Celtics as a team, their starters combined to assist on just 9 points in the half. Third quarter now. Kyrie's got it, and then he doesn't. Giannis stepping into the lane, picking it off. 20 points, 8 boards, 8 assists. The Bucks emphatically win Game 5 by 25 to wrap this up. 116-91 the final, and they're in to the Eastern Conference Finals. As for Kyrie Irving, just 6 of 21 last night, shot 35.6% against the Bucks in the series, lowest percentage in any playoff series of his career. Missed 58 shots over the last 4 games, most he's ever missed in a 4-game span in his postseason career. All right, coming up, the Cowboys looking to keep the big 3 together, but it's going to take some cash. Can they get all 3 signed this offseason? We'll delve into that. Plus, what does it take to raise a gamer? How Ninja, one of the best in the world, says thanks to his mom.
You didn't tell me this was happening.